Hey there, Holly. Good afternoon, or evening, I should say, at this point, as it's going on 6. I figured that this might be helpful. Obviously, it's Jay here at Rorik, is making you a quick video of that Platinum Quartz Preferred Plus that we had spoken about. Now, this vehicle just came in, so it is still kind of wrapped in plastic in some places, and it's got to be filled up with gas, which is why the wipers are up. That's kind of like our signal that, cars need gas. But just to kind of recap a couple things, we really spoke about like Preferred Plus and Premium, and I figured I'd just make you a video of the Preferred Plus so that way you knew exactly what came on this vehicle. So going over a few things, you're going to have your 19-inch multi-spoke wheels, which have a kind of a really nice design. I think there's overall about 15 spokes with them. Up front, you are going to have your full LED lights. It's going to be like this backwards L, and it flows right into that little sort of divot or groove in the grille. It gives it a really kind of mean, muscular appearance. Headlights are full LED, so they're going to be like those bright blue lights that you see in a lot of luxury products. And, you'll occasionally get a flash or two of someone thinking you're the asshole with the high beams on. Now, speaking of high beams, they will work automatically at night. They'll turn on and off based on other light. This emblem is fake. And then you'll notice the camera up on the windshield. The reason why that is a housing for sonar, because this vehicle has all of those safety features like the collision avoidance and the adaptive cruise control, your lane departure with as well as the lane keeping assist, pedestrian and cyclist detection. You'll have your backup camera, your rear cross traffic alert. This vehicle also has the blind spot monitoring system in the mirrors. And if we kind of go up close here to this little vent, you will see it even has the inline 6 badge because they are very, very much going for that BMW. And if you look at everything that you're comparing this with in the segment, even including the Acura, while this does compete with the Acura still uses a V6 on a front-wheel drive platform, where Mazda uses an inline 6 on a rear-wheel drive platform. So if you look at BMW, Mercedes, Audi, like all of those Germans, you're going to see that they have the exact same setup of inline 6 on a rear wheel platform. Again, that's kind of what separates Mazda, is the way that it performs and drives. Now, advanced key just means when you walk up to the car and grab the handle, it'll lock or unlock the door for you. Kind of opening up here, you're going to see that this is the black interior, and you have this cocoa stitching that goes up through here, as well as you'll notice the cocoa stitching kind of through the seats here. Obviously, full leather seats. They are going to be power on both sides. You'll see that you have a little bit of that cocoa kind of stitch across the dash. This is a leatherette material that goes across. And you'll notice it has a grain look to look like real leather, but obviously leatherette is more durable. So Mazda, that was a smart choice. And then you'll see that you have kind of this aluminum pattern as well as a solid satin that kind of has a design there that cuts into the vent. So they paid a lot of attention to the small details here. Screen-wise, you have your 11-inch screen up on top of the dash, and then everything is controlled on that dial. So Mazda, again, going very German style with their system, like BMW and Audi having a centralized dial. You'll see down here, you're going to have your split-zone climate system as well as your heated seats. You have a wireless charging pad right here under that key, obviously your different drive modes and cup holders. Standard sunroof, as I had mentioned, and if we go to the rear seats, all of these Preferred Plus are going to come with the captain's seat. So you have a 7-seat arrangement, as it's two, and then 3 in the rear. You will see that you have your own climate system for the rear, as well as 2 USB-C charging ports. If I fold the little latch right here, you'll obviously see that you can get to the 3rd row there as well. And actually, I stand corrected because the Preferred Plus also does include these shades. So I do apologize. As I had mentioned, that was part of the premium package. Apparently, I had missed that on my spec sheet. So again, I do apologize. But the Preferred Plus would have the rear shades, as you can see. Everything is all-wheel drive. Lifting up the lift gate here, you'll obviously see that it's power. 3rd row is up, but super easy. There's a little latch right here. All you do is give it a pull, and they fold right down for a lot of extra cargo. The lift gate is also height programmable. Everything in the rear is LED, but this is where the Platinum Quartz really kind of sings to me. Is if you look down the side to around, it has that sort of opaque look because they tint the clear coat to give it that quartz look. So that's why it just looks different to me in many different lights. Like now that I kind of move up here, I get a little bit more of a silver vibe, where when I was looking at the rear, kind of where it was shaded, like this looks silver to me, and maybe it does on video, but then if I go to the back and kind of hit it at a different angle here, I get much more of kind of like a bronze gold to me. So again, a pretty paint, and that's particularly why I chose it. But you know, then again, I am currently in a bow tie with a polo, as you might be able to see in the reflection of the window. So maybe I'm not the person to ask for styling advice. Driver side wise, you're going to see that you have a digital gauge blinking at me. Everything, as I'd mentioned, is Pioneer. You even have tweeters kind of up there, as well as an amplifier under the passenger seat. Of course, everything will be push button start that you can see there. So again, a lot of things I could sit here and go over and over, like the wireless CarPlay and so forth, but to be honest, I would be here for probably another 5 minutes going over features. But I just thought that this video might be helpful to kind of just touch base on this particular level and see the color in a couple different shading. But I do appreciate the opportunity, Holly, and again, if you need anything, I'm always a phone call or a text away to help. Thank you again.